You're here for a limited amount of time. What do you want to do with your fucking life? Figure out what feeds your soul, fill your head with beauty, and do that. Whatever it is, whatever that thing is you would do for free, figure out how to make a living doing it. Figure out how to make, it's like that one thing.
Everybody immediately goes to porn.
No, well.
And everybody starts at OnlyFans.
Well, yeah, but that's low vibrational shit. Here's the problem. I hate all that shit. First of all, I'm not going to subscribe to your OnlyFans because I'm not a weirdo, number one. Number two is that you think that's all you're capable of is sad for you, that you think your only value is showing your pussy to people and getting dicked on camera. I'm a porn star. No, you're somebody who makes bad decisions and lets people film it. I'm going to tag you. You're somebody with daddy issues and trauma that hasn't figured out how to give yourself real value. All right.
This is the most beautiful message said in the most hostile way.
Well, because I'm a passionate human being.
I love it.
But it's fucking gross. It's fucking gross that that's all you think you're capable of. Contributing to the world is your catcher's mitt of a pussy getting dicked down by 6 guys. That's my OnlyFans. Yeah. Who gives a shit? It's this. If you look at the LGBTQ, you know what the LGBTQ is? It's like the colors of the chakras. Red is the root chakra, and purple is the higher consciousness chakra. All they did was flip it. So now, the red is up here, and the purple's down here, and that's all they did was flip that thing. Look, it's gross. I mean, the fact that people just. Okay, and I'm not saying I haven't watched it and rubbed one out, but the fact that human beings film each other and other people at home are watching people, and now we do it with other human beings, we film them while they're is that we then go into the woods and film woodpeckers, from the National Geographic film. It's the mating cry, the red crescent appleburger, and he's they're in the tree branch, and it's like, what's your obsession with fucking? I mean, yeah, I like to. I'm good at it, but I don't need somebody. I don't need a camera crew. I don't need. It's like It's like it's the gay. I don't give a who you're. Keep it to yourself. Nobody cares. Yeah. I mean, it's like, is that all you are? Is that all you contribute? It's embarrassing. To tell you the truth, it's embarrassing. And you're a low vibrational motherfucker, and I don't want you anywhere near my fucking life.
Interesting. So when you lived in L.A., did you feel this way, or is this something maybe living in L.A. you became overexposed to?
Look at the pedophilia that goes on out there. Look at the All Quiet on the Set. Look what they did to those fucking kids. They filmed it. Yeah, I was aware of it.
Were you aware of it?
I was aware of it.
Because I mean, you were deep in the entertainment industry out there for a long time, right?
I would say deep. I mean, I was a working actor. I didn't go to a Hollywood party. I mean, I hung out with Kinnison. He was a Hollywood party all by himself. but I didn't go. Like to these fucking. I didn't go to those. I didn't want to. I was like, look. Fame is overrated. I know a lot of famous people. Mm-hmm. First off, they're miserable. I have a friend of mine who's a psychiatrist, and he deals with all of them. Yeah. They're all miserable. They're on TV shows. They have lots of money, and they hate their lives. And the reason is because they got rid of, once they become successful, they get rid of all their old friends. Mm-hmm. And so they get these new friends. But these new friends are phony LA motherfuckers who are just there. And there's no fulfillment. There's not, I mean, don't get me, it's not everybody. I'm painting with broad brush strokes here, obviously. Mm-hmm. But it's like, it's other, and you hear them talk about it. I mean, look, other than getting a great restaurant on the table, look, the rich and famous part, the rich is great. The famous, not so much.
Really?
I mean, I've been out with guys, and the fucking people come up and yell in their face. I mean, Kinnison. I know a lot of people. They're like, they're almost
Kinnison, I believe, started as a preacher. Is that right?
Yeah,
he was a preacher.
Started as a preacher, but we'd be sitting there having dinner, and someone going like in his face,
like do his act.
Yeah, Jim Carrey. I saw him on the David Letterman show talking about, can we just have a couple of your nose hair so we can tell people we hung out with you? Come on, just give us a pair of your socks. Like people, like it's like weird. Like that celebrity craving culture that we live in is embarrassing. Those people are just people, regardless of what you think of them. And I tell you, don't ever fucking meet your heroes, because you'll be really gravely fucking disappointed.
Yeah, that much is true.
Because it's an image, and you would be surprised. You would be surprised at how much not like that they are. I've operated in that car. I've hung out with them. I've talked to them.
Well, shoot. I mean, Bobby Lee is a great example. I mean, he kind of credits you with almost saving his career. Like, you took him in from literally the cold.
No. Bobby was living in his car, and he was hungry, and I fed him. I took him down, and we went to the. He goes, well, gee, I said, come on, let's go eat, man. What are you talking about, dude? I've been that guy. And people help me out. I help Bobby out. That's all. I mean, plus, I always looked after people. I've always helped people. I mean, it's the way. It's not my nature to do anything else. I'm not one of those guys. I'm not a bitter guy. I'm not a jealous guy. And my friends' wins are my wins. I let a guy sleep on my couch. He's now got 4 TV shows on Fox. His name's Jeff Appeloff. We started doing comedy back in the day. I freaking let him 7 grand. He slept on my couch. I freaking fed him. Made sure the refrigerator was full when I went on the road. And now he's living in $1 million house. That I don't. Not like, look, this is what, it's all.
Have they reciprocated to you? Do you feel like you've gotten as much as you've given?
Reason.
No, I'm not saying that you do. I get it. But do you think that you've gotten as much as you've given?
Doesn't make a difference. Doesn't make a difference. It's not why I do it. And furthermore, it doesn't change who I am, regardless of whether it comes back the other way. It's not why I did it in the first place, and it doesn't. And that's not why I did it. I don't do it. I don't keep score. What I do is do what I feel that's the right thing to do at the time. And so, and I happen to be. I'm not perfect, but I definitely have a lot of empathy for, and especially with artists. I know how tough this job is. I don't. I've gone out of my way to help. So many people over the years are sending emails. Hey, you should get this guy in your club. He's a great act. Get him on the road. Try to help him get some. You can only do what you can do, because look. My friends' wins are my wins. I hope everybody makes it. I really do. Look. There's a side of me that doesn't really want to become famous. Because I just want to make a living doing something I love.
Well, you are a fan. I mean, you were all over the Comedy Store documentary. I mean, everybody.
Yeah, it is in that world. And I've done a lot of television. I've done a lot of movies.
Were you there the night Rogan called out Mencia?
I wasn't in town that night, but I knew it was brewing.
Really?
Well, first off, Carlos Mencia, if Carlos were going, he would go up and do an hour. And he would bump everybody. And then he would sit in the back of the room and he would steal people's jokes. He was notorious for it. I wouldn't go on if he was there.
Really?
Yeah, I go, no, this fucking guy. Because he had access to a TV show. And Joe was right to call him out for it. The guy's a fucking thief.
Yeah.
He's a fucking thief. And he was actually arrogant about it.
Yeah, he tried to end, I believe it was Bobby and Ari's career. And threaten them with being blacklisted if they actually went forward with any. Which is the worse than even stealing. It's like, not only are you stealing from me, but then you're gonna blackmail my career against me.
I don't know what the agency was, but Joe and Carlos were the same agency, and they got rid of Joe.
I know. Well, back then, this is what people don't remember about the Mencia Rogan incident. Rogan wasn't Rogan back then. Right? I mean, he had done this. This is, I think, before Fear Factor. He had done talk radio.
Joe was on
news radio.
He does news radio. He did Fear Factor. I mean,
but Mencia had just taken over for Chappelle.
Doesn't make a difference, bro. It doesn't make a difference. Someone had to call him out, and Rogan did.
It took some real balls, though. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, there weren't any repercussions. I mean, he lost his agency over it, and they banned him from the Comedy Store because
they banned Rogan from the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, they made a choice. They said, and so and Joe didn't go back for a number of years, and then they changed the whole thing, and Joe started going back. But Joe's done so much for that club, and also all the comedians there. But Joe was like, he would go in there and they say, here, he didn't take a paycheck. He would say, here, use it to fix the club. You do the bathrooms. Wow. And they did. And they started renovating the club. And so Joe loves the place like we all do. Everybody that started there loves the place. I mean, Mitzi passed me. I'm a passed by Mitzi regular at the Comedy Store. Not all these goons that came after Mitzi, but Mitzi, sure, passed me and made me a paid regular at the store. I also was doing it at Arsenio Hall, Andrew Dice Clay, Gary Shandling, Louis Anderson. I mean, the list goes on. Robin Williams would come in. Eddie Murphy would come in. I mean, this was like, I'm a doorman. I was there watching. The greatest education you can get was sitting there watching and then and figuring out how to fucking do this art form and to do it at a high level, because you could watch these guys, and even you want to learn a lot by watching a bad comedian. You know what not to do, learn what not to do. But it was a once in a lifetime experience. I didn't realize it at the time. How lucky and fortunate you were to have been there, because everything changes.